This episode of Chit Chat with Nara is powered by Taste Seasoning. Order your Taste Seasoning today at www.whatsonyourpalate.com. I'm a mother, entrepreneur, influencer, personality, and more. I have a passion and charge on my life to provide entrepreneurs with the motivation to be their own boss. I'm Nara Winay, and I'm a dope resource. It's time for season 3 of Chit Chat with Nara. We are officially in 2023, y'all. Happy New Year. And I know I'm late. I'm almost 2 weeks late. And the reason for that is because I don't know about y'all, but my new year never starts out right the first week of the new year. I don't know what it is. A lot of stuff been going on, okay, you all. And I was like, am I even ready for 2023? Can I go back to 2022? It wasn't a good year. It was a decent year, but it wasn't my best year because y'all, I was over 2023 already, okay? January 1st, your girl ended up in the hospital. I'm okay, with child. For those that maybe does not follow me on social media, I am expecting my second child. So things have been a little crazy the last 60 days of 2022, and then of course majority of 2023. Not only do I have to be a mom to my 5-year-old, amazing significant other, of course be me, because we have to make time for ourselves when we are wearing all these different hats. But now I'm preparing for motherhood again, in my 30s at that, okay? So it's been a little crazy, but I couldn't leave y'all hanging, okay? I was starting to feel like an unfit mother to the podcast world because I hadn't recorded a podcast since the end of October. But we are going to be more consistent in 2023, okay? I'm getting tongue tied because I know when it comes to my brand, I am not as consistent as I am with other people's business and brands. And that is something that I'm going to be working on in 2023. And if you are listening to this episode, hold me accountable, okay? I am always talking about being you all's accountability partner. Well, now I need someone to tell me, Nara, stay on your shit. You know this is what you like to do. You are always preaching to us what we need to do. Y'all, hit me with that same fire, okay? Apply the pressure to me that I'm always applying to you all. All right. But like I said, we are in 2023. Can y'all believe it? I really can't. But, you know, 2022 definitely flew by. It flew by so fast to where it seemed like we looked up and we're like, what in the world? How were we already in December getting ready to talk about we got to cook our black eyed peas? Okay. Like, it came so fast. And I know I can't be the only person feeling like I didn't get much done as I wanted to prepare for the new year. As entrepreneurs, we beat ourselves up trying to focus on unrealistic overachieving. Okay. Yes, that is a thing. Now, don't ask me in what scholarly article you could find that at because I don't know. Okay. I'm just speaking from experience here. Okay. But we focus really, really hard on unrealistic overachieving. But that is absolutely okay. Okay. I will say that the last 60 days of the year, it put brands and business owners in panic mode. Okay. Now I told you some of the things that I found out in the last 60 days. And we all know sometime when something is thrown into our plan, that monkey wrench, and we're like, what in the world am I going to do now? Sometimes we're strong enough to handle it, but at other times we're like, you know what? Nope, I give up. That was the final straw. That was the straw that broke the camel's back. I'm the camel. I don't want to get back up. My back is broken. Okay. That happens. And it's absolutely fine, you all. And in the midst of our unrealistic overachieving, we find ourselves asking questions like, did my brand grow? Did I use social media right? Will I have the same good or bad results next year? Should I call it quits? Yeah, the list of questions is longer than the yellow brick road and can cause way too much overthinking. I'm guilty of overthinking this past year and the previous years. I'm really hoping that my new methods, my new way of thinking as a business and brand owner, and so much more will diminish the overthinking in me, because that is a flaw as a business owner I would not wish on my worst enemy. Being an overthinker, it could be great when you're creating content and you're trying to come up with new and innovative ways to market your company. But when you're overthinking and it's stopping you from working your business, that is when it becomes a problem. All right. It becomes a big, big problem. Now, from the outside looking in, it looked like business was booming, and it was for me. If I had to say on a scale of 1 to 10, how did my businesses and brands do? I would give it a 5. I feel like I didn't do as much as I did in 2021, but I did enough to keep business afloat and still be a reputable brand, to people that actually pay attention to it. And that is okay. But y'all, I will have to be honest, because y'all know we are raw and unfiltered on Chit Chat with Naira. And I would truly say I stood in the way of my own businesses properly flourishing. And that's something we don't like to admit. As a business owner, it is so hard for us to admit kind of lightweight defeat. And I was the problem. And I am okay with saying I was the problem when it came to my brands not flourishing properly. Okay. Yes, I was doing everything you could think of to where people like, wow, she has office, she has this going on, she has that going on. If we need something done, it's done super fast. Yeah, all of that was there. But on the back end, y'all, I treated my business and brands like shit this past year. Okay. Like when I say I dogged my brands out, I definitely dogged them out. I wasn't as consistent as I usually be. I wasn't involved in things as much as I used to be. Y'all, I want to say I did maybe 2 vendor events. And that's definitely not like me, because even if I didn't participate in a vendor event, I at least showed my face at them with business cards and other marketing material. And I did no efficient networking at all in 2022, because I allowed too much shit. Okay, y'all. Shit is the word for this podcast, because y'all know I am the professional person that's going to cuss, because there's nothing wrong with cussing. Okay. I'm just saying. I'm not going to cuss you out unless you give me a reason to. But that's something else that I'm like, no, no longer am I going to allow unrealistic norms to stop me from being a business owner. Y'all, it's okay to cuss. I'm not just saying you just go into a place where you're like, okay, cussing is kind of prohibited and you just act the ass. No, I'm not saying that. But if you like to cuss, it's not going to stop you from being a business owner. It's not going to stop you from getting a job done. If you are very spiritual, it's not going to stop you from getting your job done. Okay. But it's a part of you. And we have to stop trying to hide parts of us that makes us us. Okay. Because for every one person that has something negative to say about the type of business owner you are, there are 5 people that are willing to still work with you, because they're like, wow, they're different than the rest. And I like that. Okay. We are living in a time now where having a personality and showing that you're personable goes a long way as a business owner. But that's a totally different chit chat with our episode. Okay. We all know that it's an entire one. But like I was saying, I was in the way of my business properly flourishing. Okay. So if you follow my website for Simply Complete, and you can follow it at simplycompleteonline.com, you will notice that things have been changing on the site. Okay. It's just been a lot going on with the site. And I know y'all probably like, every time we come on here, something has been removed or something has been added. All right. Y'all, I dismantled the entire Simply Complete website, and I switched platforms. Okay. So, nothing against the platform I was on, but I was on a platform. It gave me a lot of tools that was great, but a lot of the tools I were paying for was things that I already had other accounts or subscriptions with that I preferred to use more. And I was spending a lot of unnecessary money And that was a problem because as a business owner, we look at our books and we're like, wait a minute. Okay, I did pretty good, but why did I pay out all of this money to these things I know for a fact I did not truly use? I had them because I thought I was going to use them, or I might have been using maybe 20% of the resources that came along with it, but it wasn't doing me any good. So I wanted to be more cost effective, as well as I wanted to utilize tools that I knew I could absolutely use that were beneficial through my company and brands, as well as it was things that I would want to share with other business owners. Okay. So, like I mentioned to you all, okay, I had a website, but it started to become just something to say I had. It wasn't really benefiting me or my clients, and I was paying a lot of money, and it was easily going down the drain, like I mentioned. Like, it was really going down the drain. I'm like, Nara, something has to change, right? Yeah, on top of the money, here I was spending too much time emailing, texting, messaging, etc. to get tasks done that really could be done through my site. Okay? Like, sis was really out here sending payment links for things that could have been paid up front. Like, imagine spending 8 hours communicating back and forth about a 1 hour project. Okay? Those 8 hours, by me just simply saying, okay, I need to dismantle this site, was going to make it easier for me to get more projects done. Okay. You all, like I said, 8 hours going back and forth to complete a 1 hour project. Now that means I've just spent 9 hours on one client, where restructuring my website and portals and things to make stuff easier for me and my clients has now made it to where, okay, if I'm spending 9 hours in a day on my business, I'm working with 5 to 6 clients within those 9 hours. More revenue for my business and more projects getting pushed out for my clients without them having to wait for a longer turnaround time. Okay. Like, something had to give, y'all. I knew I needed to go back to the drawing board and rebrand my company. I needed it to truly be what it was meant to be. And that is a one stop shop for business services, tools, and resources. Okay. Now, in order to do this, I knew I had to look at everything in front of me, and I needed to rearrange, consolidate, and just change my whole method and practices as a business owner. I knew those were things I was going to need to do. Okay. So I divided my skills into two brands, Simply Complete and Nara Winay. Now, to me, it made sense to separate based on the niche and products while still going hand in hand with each other. And so I know you're probably like, okay, what could you be talking about here, Nara? Like, we already know the Nara Winay brand. That's you. Absolutely. We all know the Nara Winay brand is all of the amazing dopeness that sometimes you can't get from the corporate Simply Complete enterprises. Okay. We need it somewhere where we can, have fun, like the planners or whatever. We all know I create all kind of planners, notebooks, digital stickers, just really fun stuff. I like to do workshops where, as a African American entrepreneur that's a woman, I totally understand what it's like. So, of course, we have those workshops and different little like chill sessions and all kind of dope stuff going on up under the Nara Winay brand. So to me, it was important to take all of that kind of fun stuff and the creative side of being a business owner or a working mom or whatever hat you have needed to be a separate brand. And I was cool with that. Okay. So here I am with both sites back up and running while improving them every day. But we're still going to focus on Simply Complete. Like I mentioned to you all, it's been a process. And I know it's not where I needed to be at, but I would rather take my time and still have functioning websites up all 2023 and be able to look back on December 31st of this year and say, you know what? I am so glad that I worked on my brands every single day. Because if you give your brands at least 4 to 8 hours per day, it will change the whole dynamic of it. Okay. So like I said, we're going to focus on Simply Complete right now, and we can focus on the Naira Wene brand in another episode because, baby, it's coming. All right. When I say 2023, it's about being very personable, being accessible without being accessible. That's what we're going to do this year. All right. So, I added really great things to the Simply Complete site. Things like being more engaged. So we created more coaching sessions because we all know what Simply Complete is about, but we are living in a era where business owners still want to be educated about the products and services they are receiving from other companies that's helping their business and brand. So I added more coaching sessions. I created easier ways to book appointments and make payments. We added chat support and more. And everything I added along with my team to the Simply Complete brand are also services that are now available for other brands. So not only is my site benefiting me by being able to advertise all of the amazing things my company can do, it's also benefiting my clients because they can go on my site and say, "Hey, Naira, I went to the Simply Complete site and I saw you have live chat support on there. How can I get live chat support on my site?" And I could say, "You know what? Let's set up a consultation because there's a couple of ways we can go at that. I can either show you how to have your own team handle your chat support and how easy it is, or my company can do it for you." So that's just an example of something I added that can help other people. Okay. Now, the site is not at 100% yet, but it's at about 75%. And the 75%, I would say, is very amazing. I do want you all to take time out to check it out and let me know if it fits your needs. The site is there for everyone, but we still tailor your experience to fit your needs. So just because something is on the site, you all, and maybe you're like, I really like this package, but I really need A, B, and C added to it. Book a consultation. We will forever tailor your experience with Simply Complete to what you need and your brand's niche. Okay. So, like I told y'all, them 60 days, them last 60 days of 2022, I knew that my main goal was to restructure and be able to compete with the big dogs, okay? Y'all, we get comfortable being a small business when we should be wanting to be a scalable and growing business, okay? I don't want to be a small business the rest of my life, okay? Your mindset and determination plays a huge role in the growth of your brand and business, okay? And I am going to repeat that for you all because I want to make sure you hear this. Your mindset and determination plays a huge role in the growth of your brand or business, all right? Your mindset has to be right. Y'all, them last 60 days was rough. And I know I'm speaking for me and other people. It's something about that time between Thanksgiving and Christmas and knowing that the year is about to be up, that mental illness affects a lot of people. And I'm going to always be an advocate of mental health and self care because it is so, so important. All right, y'all. Now, y'all know I love living on the blurred line between business and personal. I absolutely love it. Now, yeah, of course, like I said, I had to separate these brands. I had to take stuff over to Naira Wade that really shouldn't have been with Simply Complete and vice versa. Okay. So even though I love living on that blurred line, I still had to kind of have my super professional part of business and my fun, creative, we with the shit type of side of my business. And that is fine too, y'all. And I'm so glad I did it. And I'm able to still be myself. Okay, y'all. Woo, but y'all, 2021 and 2022, I don't know about y'all, but it really kicked my ass on a personal side, which inadvertently affected the way I moved as a boss. Okay. And I take full accountability for that. I'm happy to say that even at my worst, I still connected with amazing individuals and brands. Okay, y'all. I stepped away from things and even picked up things that were more, I don't know, they had more confidence and it helped me build up my confidence with it. Like I was purposely looking at things and saying, can I do it? And then I would say, yes, the hell you can, because who said you could not? Maybe you're not supposed to do it the last way the other person did it. Maybe they brought you onto the team because they saw something in you that you didn't even know lived in you. Okay. Who knows? I don't even know at this point. All I know is that by me letting go of things and picking up things, it made me more confident. And it's like it brought out this assertiveness in me. Like, yeah, hell, I even stepped my game up on reading people and closing deals in 5 minutes. Now that's dope because remember, you all, I told y'all, sis was out here spending 8 hours on things that shouldn't have took 8 hours. So to be able to step my game up on getting the feel from people and deciding, okay, if this is going to be best for my business was super important to me. All right. We always hear people say that it's a difference between being private and being secretive. So I chose to keep the things I wanted private, and I was still transparent about everything else. I was even told that I would ruin my business because I show you all the real me. I'm very unapologetic on social media. I let people know, hey, if you on this page, just a personal page, baby. But if all you want to see is about a specific brand or only business stuff, go follow these other pages because on this page, you're going to get the best of both worlds. I had to let people know that, okay? But hey, like I had to let people know, don't be mad because people still gravitated towards real. You can be yourself, y'all, and people will still gravitate towards you on a personal level and professional level, okay? Because they feel like they connected with you at that point. We cannot ignore our gut feelings, okay? You all never ignore your gut feeling about things, okay? You know when something is not right. Now, this ties back to all of the things I walked away from and relationships I let go on the business and personal side. Okay, you all, I had to readjust so much and put what was best for my business first. Okay, and y'all already know me. When something is super important to me, I get to talking fast, I get tongue tied, so I have to go back and say it again just in case I said it too fast for you all. I had to readjust so much and put what was best for my business first. Okay. Now, even though I like to live on that blurred line between business and personal, I still had to put my business first. Okay. Because that brings in the revenue. Okay. The the personality and just being a dope ass individual, that's just icing on the cake. But the business is where the revenue is at, y'all. Never forget that. Be yourself, but remember where the business is at. Okay, y'all. I tell y'all all the time that can't nobody tell you how to operate as a CEO unless you open the door for them to do so. All right? You started working for yourself for a reason. And as long as you know your wants and what you want your end result to be, it is up to you to take the path that you want to get there because there's so many different paths to get the same way. Okay, you think about when we go on Google Maps or whatever GPS you like to use. It's so many different routes to get to the same destination. So choose the path that is good for you. Be the CEO that you want to be. All right. Yeah, I made a Facebook post before 2022 was over, and it said, I ain't moving in silence. Y'all gonna enjoy me being loud and happiness the same way y'all had my insights busting when I walked in humiliation. Prepare to be sick of me per usual. And I stand by that, you all. I absolutely stand by it. People assume that it's only okay to be entertaining in them. I went through a lot, y'all, in the last few years, and I put it all out there. And I put it out there because, for one, I was tired of overcompensating and making people look like saints when they were treating me like shit on the personal and business side. And I had to walk through that humiliation, and I had to do it so people could understand that I'm going to always be me. I was not the problem. And if I was the problem in something, hold me accountable for that. But we cannot hold each other accountable if we're hiding all of the fucked up shit about ourselves. It's not cool, okay? And like I said, y'all, we live in a world now where as a business owner, you can really be yourself and it'll be okay. I promise it'll be okay. Honestly, we could really apply the 70, 20, and 10 rule to our businesses and how we run our business. And for people that don't know what that is a way of training and learning something. So, whatever you do in life, 70% should be you doing it. Okay. Meaning you're putting in the work, you took what you learned and you're actually applying it, because that's the only way you're going to truly understand it is to get down and dirty with it. Okay. 20% should be of someone showing you how to do everything you need to do in that 70%. Okay. And 10% should be informational. All right. Super informational. If we was to apply that to what I do with Simply Complete, I would say 10% is the website and getting people the information they need for the service they want. 20% is those consultations and actually showing you, okay, this is the game plan that was created for you. This is what we're going to do. And the other 70% should be my clients being fully engaged in the services they're receiving. Because, like I told you all, I don't want to be that brand that just does it and you have absolutely no clue what's going on. And you're looking so lost when you have to talk about this different features you've added to your company. So, if I can show you and I can walk you through the process, not saying, oh, I'm going to show you and put myself out of business, because I know people go say, whoa, 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 Nara, don't put yourself out of business. But there's nothing wrong with educating your clients and customers to where they're like, okay, yes, they did this for me, or I got this service done, or I ordered this product from them, and I have no clue how to do the upkeep of it. Give them that upkeep. I promise you they'll keep coming back. As long as you put 70% towards whatever it is you're working on and you allow yourself to be 70% involved, the other 30% is going to be so beneficial, you all. All right. Super, super beneficial. Y'all, whoo, I hope y'all ready for 2023. Honestly, I still don't know if I'm ready for it yet. I really don't know what it is going to entail. I don't even know how business is going to go. Okay, y'all, because like I said, we're only in the second week of 2023 and I can't see into the future. I just have to do it day by day, be consistent, hold myself accountable, definitely be consistent. You know, I can't be out here with a gold plated business, meaning it looks good to the public, but we struggling on the back end. We're not doing that in 2023. I'm not doing it for my company and brands, and you're not going to do it either. Okay. I hope that this chit chat gave y'all a great peace of mind. I hope that it made you take a deep breath and say, it's okay. It might not have started out the way I wanted it to for 2023, but I got this. I still got 50 more weeks to go. Okay. You know, we are going to do some great chit chats this year. I am going to continue to be transparent. Y'all, hopefully, this is another entrepreneur that's baking in this oven, or maybe not, but whatever this child chooses to be, I'm going to support whatever they decide to do 10 tones down. We all know that. Same way I do it with royalty. We got a lot of dope stuff coming up, you all, here on Chit Chat with Nara. More sponsors, more guests, more events that y'all could come up to and chit chat right there on the spot with us, and so, so much more. Y'all, I'm excited. I am so, so, so excited, y'all, okay? And same goal I had before when it comes to Chit Chat with Nara. My goal when I created this podcast was to give entrepreneurs the space to be free, unapologetic, unfiltered, and open to discuss the topics we usually don't talk about as CEOs. Okay, y'all? Like, I always tell people sometimes I'm a little CEO ish because y'all know I live on that blurred line. But that's neither here nor there. As always, you all can follow me on all social media platforms by searching Naira Winay. And you can follow all of my brands by following their brand pages. I always post them. Simply Complete, of course. Make sure y'all following Royalties Fun Ice and More. Like our advertisement said earlier, y'all go grab that taste seasoning. The website is up, www.whatsonyourpalate.com. And we got a lot more stuff rolling out with that brand as well. And remember, people are going to talk. So y'all already know what to do. Give them a reason to mimic your dope. I hope 2023 be good to you. And I hope it be good to me. And I'll see y'all in my next episode.